Well, it's another beautiful day. Good morning, good morning, good morning to everyone. How are you doing this wonderful payday Wednesday here at Team Effort International? Can you believe it's here again? I think today's going by fast. Well, what's happening here? There's that many great things happening. There's just not enough time, not enough hours in the day. Of course, if you're a Team Effort Network, that's probably what you are saying, because great things are happening each and every hour, each and every day, each and every week, each and every month. If you're a part of Team Effort Network, you're out there changing people's lives, making a difference in how people are feeling, how they're looking, and the things that they're doing, and putting smiles on their face. But that's what life is all about. It's all about giving, and sharing. Because as you know, family, as you give, what happens? It comes back to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over does it come unto you. Well, you dial into the Team Effort Lifestyle Call, where you will hear things that will move you from fact to faith to action. This is your host, Pastor Denise McDowell, with my business partner, Pastor Joe Wafer. The line is open. Would love to hear your name this morning and where you're calling in from. Good morning,
Happy payday.
Woo, that was three different ones that came at the same time. Boy, let me see. I think, was that Robert?
Yes, it was. Yeah, happy payday. Happy payday.
Happy payday. And as you say, it's every day, right? Now, Robert, someone is coming with you. Who else is that shouting good morning?
Good morning, Mama Issy, California.
Mommy Issy, okay, I hear you, Mommy Issy. How are you, Mommy Issy?
I'm just blessed like you all.
Oh, yes, you are blessed indeed. That's right, Mommy Issy. And I heard someone else hold that. Keep it coming. Who else is chiming in this morning?
This was Cassandra chiming in this morning.
Oh, that's Cassandra trying to get in there.
Finally.
Thank you for being persistent.
Yes, ma'am.
You made it in. That's how you do it, Ted. If your name doesn't get heard, just keep calling until somebody hear your name. That's right.
Jesse Bowden, calling for the Pentagon.
All right, Jess. How's it going this morning, man?
Chief Jesse. Chief Jesse. Good morning,
Hello,
Chief Jesse.
Good morning, Mommy.
You better say good morning every morning, Jesse. Mom, if going to come and get you if you don't.
That's right.
She's going to come get you. Well, family, keep it coming. What's the business this morning? Let's hear your name. I know you're on the call. I see your numbers. I can't see your number. But you're here. Go right ahead. Give us your name. Where are you calling in from?
A lot of them are calling from work, Pastor Denise, so they have to keep it quiet.
Oh, that's when they know. You must have stepped out the building. You have a little bass in your voice. I said, you must be outside the building.
I did.
You're talking that out at the Pentagon. I get it. You were talking about at the Pentagon. You went down the corner.
I did. Stepped out in the center corner. Good morning, Pastor.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
And hat took it under Mr. Paul Jackson that was coming in right as we muted out. Good morning, sir. How are you this morning? And you're right, Jess. A lot of folks are dialing in from work and listening in, and maybe not able to call your name, but thank you for doing that. Thank you for dialing in and supporting the call and being a part. This is like investing in your business. It's like a very good investment. And time is well spent to invest in the growth of your business and self-development and get a lot of other wonderful tools that can help you expand your business. I'm still kind of vibrating from Vicki Sin's call yesterday. She was Vicki Soto's guest on the call yesterday, and I hope if you missed it that you would get the call that Terry Whitener posted on the Facebook page and just listen to her. So it was so genuine. It was like a lot of our stories when we first started taking the vitamin sprays, and we began to get results from them, and it was just so lovely to hear how she was using the sprays, and she said she uses all 5 sprays, so that they all work together. She benefits more by using all 5 of the sprays. And even in her diet, how she works out, she changed her diet and how she eats, and believing that helps the sprays as well. And just listen to the different things that she had suffered, like she couldn't sleep. She was having problems sleeping. She was dealing with arthritis. She had different types of aches and pains. She said that she was miserable, and she was dealing with fibromyalgia, and just couldn't walk up steps without using, assistance or help. And, we can relate to that. Some of us who dealt with those aches and pains prior to taking our vitamin sprays. We have a testimony, and her testimony has to be tested so many. And when she shared how she was able to walk up a flight of steps, realized that she didn't need the banister to pull her up anymore. And prior to taking the sprays, she was, trying to take different things, drinking different solutions and trying to swallow and take this pill and that pill for the different conditions that she was dealing with. But, she said the taste was awful. She couldn't swallow the pills. It made it even more miserable. You're trying to get better, and you're taking something that's hard to take. But the beauty of these vitamin sprays, and as Vicki Fiddle said, which is one of the main things that Mel and Amy Gill were so conscious of, that it would be something that would taste good, something that would be convenient, something that, you would want to, you would just desire to want to take. And that's how the vitamin sprays are. Once you start taking them, you really just desire to want to take them every day. They taste good. They make you feel good. And we have, and our product line just continues to grow. As you know, we have the vitamin D, the D Power, the B Boost, the Slim by 10, the Super 10, the Cell Energy, and of course the Trem by 10 that is just, blowing the market up. So our products, they outwork. We hear wonderful, wonderful testimonies each and every week, each and every day. We're getting stories back as a result of what the vitamin sprays are doing in so many people's lives. And as we say, we cannot make any claimers, that our vitamin sprays can heal or cure any sickness or prevent any disease you may have. But we can tell you this as a fact. You listening to this call, you're going to hear a testimony, a story of someone that's been going through something, maybe years, maybe weeks, maybe months. But you're going to hear how the vitamin sprays help them in that area. That's one thing we can say. So tune in every day to the call. You're going to hear some amazing stories how these vitamin sprays are truly enhancing people's health. Let me stop here. I have my business partner, Pastor Dell. Wait for Pastor Dell. Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can. How are you this morning?
I'm wonderful. Well, we're heading into Independence Day. Everybody's going to be gathered with family and friends. Great opportunity to talk about the independence that each one of you have received by taking these products, getting your health back, not being dependent on, prescription drugs or medications or different things that you were dependent on, your own testimony of your independence from all of those things that was toxifying your body, that was killing your liver. But now I got you in a place where you can, walk longer. You can do more things than you had done before. Your diabetes is under control. High blood pressure is low. When you begin to talk about all of the health benefits that you've had as a result of taking these great, wonderful products, you get a little independence. You got a chance to feel a little free about what you have been bound to, and now that you're free from. But I'll tell you, that's a good testimony that will sell anywhere. You can talk about that anywhere. You can always talk about what's happening to you and what has happened to you, especially with people who have known your story and have known your circumstance. So this is a good weekend to just really revisit, with friends and family, the success story the Team Effort Network and its Product 10 has done to help change your life. So always look for opportunity to share. Always be prepared. Take your sprays with you. Make some money this weekend. This is a great weekend to do it. Pastor Denise, I know we got a great guest on for the day, and looking forward to hearing what they have to share with us today.
I am indeed. I'm looking forward to her. So let's go right ahead and bring her on, family. Let's welcome to the call once again biologist Shakena Day. Are you there this morning, lady?
I'm here. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Shakena, when Pastor Bill was talking about, of course, 4th of July, you think 4th of July, you think cookouts, and of course you think hot dogs. And I thought about you when you had that hot dog. That you thought was beef. So I said, oh, that's what Shakena. I said, we don't want to end up with any hot dogs like that this weekend.
I know that's right.
You kind of came to mind there. So how are you today? And what are you going to share with us as we go into this weekend where it's going to be kind of a long weekend for some of us?
Well, this weekend is going to be, a lot of barbecues and eating and, everything like that. So, today I wanted to talk about, detoxing the body and the purpose of detoxifying the body. So, because I know, we always are exposed to so many different things in the environment, such as even the things that we consume, pollution in the air, even to, our own body even makes up chemical reactions within the body, that actually creates toxic substances within the body. So, that can cause, things such as stress, anxiety. Those things aren't healthy for the body as well. So I really wanted to talk about that. It's crazy because my sister, she sent me she called me the other day and she was like, okay, Shakena, what do you think about doing this, 20-day detox challenge, and trying to get people involved in that. I was like, okay, that's fine. And I mean, my sister, she's 11 years younger than I am, so, I was like, okay, that's good. We can do that, and seeing that and seeing her motivation and how you can help other people and get more people involved and, educating them about their health and how they can help them. That's what we need. That's what we need. So our bodies have its own built-in detoxification system. Sometimes we're always talking about how can we detox? What can we do? Can we juice? Can we, eat no meats, different things of that nature? But our body actually has its own built-in system, that's meant to detoxify the body. And studies show that toxins can also affect the metabolism by slowing it down, which can even cause weight gain. There are several systems within the body that are basically involved in the detoxification system. So one is going to be the lungs, the skin, the digestive system, such as the intestines and the colon, the kidneys, as well as the liver. And today, I really wanted to focus on two of those systems, and two organs, which would be the liver and the kidneys. Now, inflammation is considered one of the main causes why the detoxification system is not working properly. So when we've talked about inflammation before, and when we have inflammation within the body, that can cause so many different diseases and issues to arise within the body. So kidneys. Our kidneys work by removing the waste and the extra water from the blood to form urine. So everything is filtered through the kidneys, and it's released by through the urine. And if your kidneys do not remove the waste, then it could cause a lot of damage, a lot of issues. Also, the kidneys also release the active form of vitamin D that helps maintain calcium for the bones, as well as create a normal chemical balance within the body. So our kidneys is very important to us. There's a lot of different things that can affect our kidneys, even to the point where if we're not drinking enough water, that can affect the function of our kidneys if we're dehydrated. It's been shown that if you have a condition, some conditions that slow down the blood flow within the kidneys, such as, severe dehydration, allergic reactions, even prescription drugs, heart disease, lupus, blood clots, toxins such as alcohol, heavy metals, things that we're exposed to in the environment, can all affect the blood flow to the kidneys, which can actually, basically play a major part on how our kidneys function, if they function properly or not. I can actually say this: my uncle, my dad's twin brother, he actually was on some type of medication and had some type of allergic response to the point where his kidneys shut down. And just knowing that, he had to have a kidney transplant. My dad had to give him his other kidney, and just knowing that, like, wow, it's a lot of different things that we may not even think of plays a major part in how our organs function. And we have to realize that, okay, look, I don't want to have to go through certain things. A lot of times, sometimes we don't have any control over things that happen to us. But one thing that we do have control over is what we're consuming. So making sure we're staying hydrated, making sure we're drinking plenty of water to keep those kidneys function properly as they should, making sure we're consuming the right nutrients, enough vitamin D, all of those things, and we can do that by spraying daily. A lot of people are vitamin D deficient and have no idea. I told this testimony one time, this young lady, she was telling me, she was having all these issues, but then I asked her what her vitamin D levels, and she was like, oh, I'm not vitamin D deficient. And come to find out her levels were about 9 or 10. Okay. And I was just explaining to her, that she's deficient in those areas. If you're under 50, that's extremely low, and she had no idea. Now, the nephrons, which are basically little tiny vessels or structures within the kidneys that produce urine. And if it's damaged or blocked, it cannot filter the waste, through the kidneys. So we want to make sure that we're continuing to, hydrate our bodies, give it what it needs. Diabetes and also high blood pressure are common diseases that also cause kidney disease or affect the kidneys function. So making sure that, it's a lot of times, we see now, these things and other factors, and other issues that we may have will cause an effect on other organs and systems within the body. So making sure that we're doing the proper things to take care of ourselves, that's the main thing, making sure that we're consuming the right things and making sure we're exercising, getting the right amount of nutrients, supplementation, all of those things are very important. Now, the liver is the largest gland within the body. It regulates most chemicals levels within the body and also excretes bile. Bile helps break down fat. Now, the liver also helps store glucose as well as regulate blood clotting. Now, when the liver breaks down harmful substances. They are excreted into the blood, into the bile or the blood. Now, bile byproducts ultimately leave the body as stool, and blood byproducts ultimately leave the body as urine. So just knowing that, all of these things, this is how our body eliminates that waste. But remember, before we talked about how if we don't have a healthy digestive system, number one, that plays a major role on our immune system, and also if we're not having healthy kidney function, healthy liver function, that also plays a major part because that waste is building up. Our body is not able to get rid of that waste, and so that's how we realize, okay, if there's blockage within the intestine, maybe we're having something going on with our liver, maybe we're not eating enough, the things that we need actually to help our bodies get rid of all the waste that it needs. Now, diet is the critical factor when supporting the body's detoxification system. Our number one goal is to remove inflammatory and allergic foods such as sugar, high fructose corn syrup, processed foods such as the pizzas, all the frozen foods, fast foods from our diet. So that's number one. That's the number one thing that we need to be doing to actually help our detoxification system. Now, there are some foods that can actually help us in certain areas to actually help us be more healthy. Beets contain phytonutrients that provide antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and also detoxification support to the body. Also blueberries, because they're high in antioxidants. We know that because, we have the goji berry, the Aussie berry, the maki berry, all of those things, it's within the Super 10. And knowing that, okay, we have those in the Super 10 that can actually help, in those areas of inflammation within the body. Also, celery protects against inflammation within the digestive tract. Garlic is very powerful because it contains selenium, vitamin B6, vitamin C, antibacterial, antiviral, and anti-inflammatory properties, as well as anti-cancerous prevention benefits. Onions, lemons, seaweed, kale, turmeric, flaxseed, cranberries, all of those things. Even now we're getting to the quinoa, which is in the trim. The quinoa also has anti-inflammatory phytonutrients within it. Just knowing that, we broccoli, even green tea has beneficial properties within it. And that's the thing. We have to consume things that are healthy, and with trim and with these sprays, these will help us in the areas that we're looking to get help in. Old age, poor diet, and also toxic exposure all play a major effect on the glutathione production within the body. Now, consume the foods that contain precursors of glutathione. Precursor of glutathione, or also known as one of the building blocks of glutathione, is cysteine. So if you don't have enough cysteine within the body, your body is not able to produce the amount of glutathione. So because we know as we age, guess what glutathione does? It begins to be depleted within the body. And cysteine is present in a lot of foods that we may find, such as eggs, quinoa, again, whey protein. If anybody takes whey protein during a workout, after workout, in shake, while taking shakes anytime, it contains it in there. Garlic, high protein foods, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, all of those things contain cysteine. Now, why is glutathione important? Glutathione is important because it attacks the free radicals caused by toxins. And guess what it does? It escorts them out of the body. It says, okay, you come with me. And it picks it up and it escorts it out of the body. The more glutathione we have, the more toxins, the more free radicals it can actually remove, the more waste that it can remove. But if we don't have, enough glutathione, then it's not going to be able to, help our bodies as much. So that's why it's very important, that we change that. And we can change that by spraying the cell energy, on a day-to-day basis. We can change that by consuming foods that contain cysteine in it. We can change that by even consuming the trim that contains the quinoa that contains cysteine. All of those different things, these foods and ingredients work in so many different areas. Now, chicory is also used as a diuretic to increase urination. Healthy frequency of urination can also help eliminate toxins that the body stores within the liver. It also aids in weight loss. It aids in the production of ghrelin, which is an amino acid associated with the feeling when you get hungry, or like if you just want to snack on certain things. You're really not hungry, but you just want to eat. It affects that. So by reducing the amount of ghrelin, chicory can reduce the chances of you overeating. So that's how the trim is helping. Just that one ingredient is helping you in that area, because it's helping you not overeat. Trim is not considered a meal replacement, which is a good thing. We're going to take that along with as we continue to eat. But at the same time, it's helping balance out our healthy gut bacteria by fighting the bad bacteria, such as salmonella, those different things within the body. And it helps maintain that healthy bacteria within the body. It also increases bowel production and also helps support functions, healthy liver. So all of these things, these sprays, the Slim, the Super 10, the B Boost, the Cell Energy, all of these things help our bodies in so many different areas. Your body keeps an accurate journal regardless of what you write down. So it doesn't matter if you track down, what did you eat today? What did you eat? Your body is automatically going to know what it ate. It doesn't matter, if you try to, whatever you eat in private, trust and believe it's going to show in the natural, eventually, whether you're eating healthy, whether you're doing the right things for your body, consuming one way or the other, it's going to show, and that's what we want to do. We want to teach people to live a healthier lifestyle. Strength, to me, strength is defined as anyone can walk, and work out, for 1 hour. But strength really comes from what you consume during the other 23 hours? What are you doing the other 23 hours? So it's making sure that we're eating the right things. We're treating our bodies the way it should, so it can function properly, so it can eliminate the waste within the body that can reduce, the sicknesses and diseases. Once we eliminate that waste, we're going to start feeling better. We're going to start feeling more energetic. We're going to start being able to do so much more. And that's what it's all about, being able to do so much more and helping other people strive and meet their goals and whatever goals they meet. My thing is, motivation can come from so many different areas, and just because someone is not involved in the same business you are, or, not doing the same things we are doing, we can still motivate each other, because that's what it's all about. It's about coming together, you know what I'm saying, and motivating each other. The success of teamwork is coming together is in the beginning. Staying together is the progress, and working together is the success. So that's what we want to do. We want to work together to meet our goals, whatever it is. Tell other people about the product. Tell other people about the sprays. Tell other people about the business. Just bless someone. If they're not able to buy, sometimes I don't even, it's not even about the money. It's just about helping other people reach their goals as far as healthy living. If they're sick, if they're down, if they're depressed, let them know that there's a way out. There's so many different things. You know what I'm saying? We have to motivate people, mind, body, as well as spirit, encourage them in so many different ways. And I'm going to close with this. If you can't figure out your purpose, figure out your passion. Your passion will lead you directly to your purpose. Thank you, Dr. Denise.
Wow. Yes, ma'am, indeed. Shakena, let me ask you something. Love everything you shared. It was so needed to know that information. When taking the Trim by 10, can you drink it along with a meal? I mean, you don't have to take it by itself, right?
No, you don't have to take it by itself. Actually, the first time I actually tried Trim, I drank it while I was eating.
Okay.
So
you can take it. Now, when you take it, Shakena, do you take a whole pack or half a pack?
When I did take it, I took a whole pack.
Okay.
Yeah, I took a whole pack.
And not that you needed it, but okay. So, but let's know that you can drink it. You can drink it along with the meal. Now, that's encouraging to me. Because I always thought, you have to take it separate so it can go through your body and do what it has to do. But that's good, because I really want all the ingredients that's in the Trim by 10. But when I started taking it, I took it by itself, and my weight was just falling off like crazy. I mean, I was really losing weight rapidly, and so I pulled back on it. But it's good to know that I can drink it along with a meal. So that's good. That's encouraging. Thank you for that. But this is good information, and this is stuff that we need to know. We are learning so much on this call. It's good to know your kidney functions and how to keep them, healthy, how to keep it going so they don't shut down, because if your kidney shut down, it's going to damage a lot of other organs in your body. But like Shakena said, even if you get your diabetes in control, then that will prevent you having kidney problems. So it's wonderful to know that we're hearing testimonies of people who are dealing with the different conditions that Shakena mentioned. And now, as a result of taking the vitamin sprays, like Jesse, for one, Jesse has type 2 diabetes. Well, knowing that his testimony is that the vitamin sprays has his A1C level in normal range. So he's doing a lot better there, which now we know it's going to prevent anything else, based on what we're hearing, from one condition leads to another. By taking these sprays and keeping the body healthy, giving the body what it needs, it's going to help to prevent those things from happening. Excuse me. So, Shakena, excuse me. Thank you so much for bringing this wonderful information to the call. I love it. I'm going to give me some beets and some blueberries and celery or garlic and onions and all that good stuff, along with my vitamin sprays. Thank you. Thank you so much. Pastor, do you have anything to add to the call?
Well, I'll tell you, that was full of information. The more knowledge that we have, the better choices we can make and the better lives we can live. Thank you again, Shakena. Always power packed with information. Always starts it off. Take us to the middle of this day, which is today is payday, guys. It's hump day for everybody else, but it's payday for us. Getting us through hump day with this information, this knowledge, just empowers us as we move forward towards the weekend. Thanks again.
Great information. Detoxify that body. Get that Super 10. That's what the Super 10 is good for, family. The Super 10. That's how, Paul Jackson talking about that being his favorite one. That Super 10 helps to detoxify this body. And that cell energy, like Shakena said, you spray it, it's going to go through your body and pick up those things that's supposed to be and say, come on, you're leaving this house with us. Time for you to go. So, it just makes you feel good to know that you're putting something in this body that's helping it to stay nice and strong and healthy. Shakena Day, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, family, let's go out to the UK. Dr. Anita Poole, that's our quote for today. Dr. Poole, are you there?
I am here, I am here, I am here, as Dale would say. Dale, Denise, and Shakena, can you hear me, Denise?
Yes, we can. How are you?
I am good. It is a boiling hot day today, and I was born in a country which had a very high temperature and high humidity, so I love it. Absolutely love it. And I have been out getting my dose of vitamin D3 from the sunshine. As you know, we miss the sunshine here in the UK. So while it's there, I have been getting my D3, but I have been spraying as well so that I make sure that my levels are good. And, that story that Shakena told of the lady who thought that her D3 level wasn't low, she was pretty convinced it wasn't, and then found when she did have it tested, it was very low. And, a similar thing happened to me with the fibromyalgia. It's associated with low D3, and I found my D3 was very low, 30. And that's not good enough, basically. 2 years of tablets didn't even improve it, except to get it 10 points higher, up to 40. Whereas when I took the D3 sprays to the doctor and said, I'm going to be on this for 6 months, please could you repeat my blood test after that, and I'm going to stop the tablets. And she was pretty impressed with the sprays. When she repeated it, it was over 100. And that's just in 6 months. So 2 years of tablets could not do that. It only shifted it 10 points. But our TEN oral sprays, our D-Power, did it in just 6 months. So, absolutely fantastic. And, nutrition is so incredibly important. And, various, even the insurance industry is beginning to really cotton on to it now. So, the fact that we've got nutritional supplements, it's absolutely fantastic. And the fact that they are natural, high absorption, just spray it in the mouth, really convenient, really tasty, absolutely fantastic. Actually, health companies, I saw an advert the other day where they're beginning to put out literally pamphlets, leaflets, books. These are the health insurance companies, all about nutrition. And, for example, one is labeled Eating for Good Health, good nutrition for good health. And literally there are pictures of exactly what we have in our nutritional supplements. Things like grains, things like berries, things like, literally things that come from plants and herbs, really. So, it's absolutely fantastic what we've got, basically. And Shakena talked about, not having processed food, not having salt, sugar, trying to eat as healthy as possible. This is all so incredibly important, for good health and well-being, for detoxification, for all sorts of things. In fact, I saw something recently where, because of the high level of salt and sugar in foods, apparently these high levels, which are way over the top, basically, and the food and drink industry have been, they carry so much lobbying power. Even when governments try to decrease the levels, these big corporates have so much lobbying power that they actually even influence the levels that are supposed to be the highest level. So they get away with absolutely, a lot. They basically influence even what level is considered to be too high. And those levels are actually still too high, what they consider to be safe levels. And the proof is that even in children, our children are eating far too much sugar and salt, and it's creating very bad habits early. Apparently, the incidence of diabetes, kidney disease, we know, the incidence of obesity in kids is so high. The incidence of tooth decay is so high. 500 kids a week are being admitted in just one country, in a supposedly civilized Western country. Can you imagine what that is worldwide? For just tooth decay, they're being admitted into hospital, literally caused by sugar. Eating too much salt, it retains water, increases the weight, and retaining too much water through literally the kidneys not being overloaded with too much fluid, not only is that going to put on a hell of a lot of weight and affect your whole system and decrease the detoxification of the system, but it's also going to put strain on the whole system. So they actually did a study where a lady who was very, very, very fit, in fact, the TV presenter, she just ate a little bit too much sugar and a little bit, and these were just marginally too much, a little bit too much sugar, a little bit too much salt for a few days, and then they measured her parameters, and do you know, her weight had gone up by kilos because of the water retention from the salt and the increased sugar, and very importantly, her blood pressure had even gone up. Now, if that's what can happen in just a few days of somebody who was actually pretty fit, it's no wonder that it's costing, for example, our country, it's actually costing the NHS £2 billion. That's round about $1.5 billion is costing the healthcare system in terms of just high blood pressure, just that one thing. And high blood pressure is also related to salt and, sugar and obesity, basically. So incredibly important. And guess what else I saw the other day? Xylitol, which we have as the sweetener in our products, which is a natural, very good sweetener. It's not sugar. We don't have sugar in our products. Our products taste absolutely fantastic. And it's all from natural stuff, basically. And the xylitol that we have in our sprays is actually very good for you. They've done some studies where it actually protects the teeth because it helps to reduce tooth decay, which is completely the opposite of sugar. It helps to promote the saliva, which removes, helps to move along the bacteria in your mouth, which is what produces the tooth decay. And it actually starves the bad bacteria in your mouth. And in Scandinavia, they actually give xylitol gum to children, and they found that the incidence of tooth decay in children in Scandinavia is far, far, far lower than any other countries. And just imagine that. We've got xylitol in our sprays. So it's incredibly important. When you think that 1 in 3 children have never heard the sound of a cow moo, they actually don't even really grasp where their meat comes, where their beef comes from, where their milk comes from, because they're so used to picking up things in the supermarket. My goodness, our children as well as our adults need education. So get them onto these calls, show them the TEN sprays. You can't take health too lightly. A Spanish proverb is, a man too busy to take care of his health is like a mechanic too busy to take care of his tools. A mechanic can't do anything without his tools. We will find the same thing if we don't take care of our health. And by the way, Denise, I have started my Trim by 10. I heard you all talking about the Trim by 10. It is wonderful. Absolutely fantastic. So lucky. We don't have it available yet in the UK. USA is the first country to have the Trim by 10, obviously. Later on we'll have the different products, just like we started off with the sprays. It wasn't available first of all in the UK, and now it is available. So absolutely fantastic. And Maureen visiting, she's now back in the USA, by the way. She kindly brought me some Trim by 10. And I have started my proper 10-week challenge today, 1st of July, 1st of the month. Everybody, reconsider your health, 1st of the month. Reconsider your wealth and develop the right habits. And you know that Trim by 10, the very first packet I took, I noticed a difference. Now, what I do is I actually take the Trim by 10 to 15 minutes before I eat, because to me it just makes sense. If you're wanting to lose weight, which I now am, because I will disclose that I've been a little bit naughty, and the weight that I lost I have put back on because I stopped the sprays for a little while and I didn't exercise, and I have a very, very low metabolic rate due to the fibromyalgia, so I put on weight very easily. And so I do have some weight I want to lose. So I've started my 10-week challenge today. And that Trim by 10, because I want it also, not only because of the good nutritional fiber in it from ancient grains, exclusive blend, not only because it's packed with nutrients, but also because it has a slimming effect as well. So I take it about 10 minutes before I eat, so that fiber can swell in my tummy, basically, with the fluid. Make sure you have enough fluid with Trim by 10. And so that it suppresses my appetite a bit. And it definitely has worked. The very first packet I took 10 minutes before I ate, I didn't need to eat quite so much as I had dished out on my plate. And bearing in mind, I'm somebody who needs to eat very, very regularly. I get very hungry. I need to eat very regularly. And that's because, obviously, with fibromyalgia, you lack energy. You lack the mechanisms to make the energy. So my body is always craving energy. Now, the cell energy helps me a lot. The Super 10 helps me a lot. The B Boost helps me a lot. The D-Power helps me a lot. And obviously, I've restarted the Slim by 10, and that helps a lot. Now, together with the Trim by 10, absolutely great. Not only did I find that definitely it suppressed my appetite a bit, it definitely made me feel fuller, and therefore I'm dishing up less on the plate, which is less calories ingested, and therefore you're more likely to lose weight. But I'm getting all that nutrition as well that's packed in the Trim by 10. So also what's happening then is giving the tummy a chance to absorb some of the nutrients in it, and therefore some of the slimming action as well. It's in your bloodstream already, basically. So, absolutely great. I thought I'd tell you my little story. And it tastes absolutely wonderful. It's so incredibly exciting. An Arabian proverb is, he who has health has hope. And he who has hope has everything. Isaac Birkenstaff said, and I know Shakena talked, about how stress and detoxification and health, it's all related. Well, Isaac Birkenstaff said, health is the greatest of all possessions. A pale cobbler is better than a sick king. You can be a cobbler, but if you're sick and if you're not looking after your health, you could have everything in life, but health is actually the most important. And we have health and wealth. A poem is, we squander health in search of wealth. We scheme and toil and save, then squander wealth in search of health. And all we get is the grave if we do that. We live and boast of what we own. We die, but only get that stone. I.e., when you die, There's only that stone on your grave, basically, or your ashes scattered wherever your loved ones scatter them. But you know what? We don't have to squander our health in search of wealth. We don't have to squander our wealth in search of health. We're really fortunate. We've got the opportunity here with the TN sprays to have health and wealth. They're astounding natural nutritional products. It's an astounding pay plan. So make sure you share both of them with everyone and go out and share. Back to you, Denise.
Thank you, Dr. Kula. I'm so happy to hear that you finally have a trend there in the UK. I know that we're going to hear some great results from you on your 10-day challenge. Looking forward to that. And I want to tell you the picture that Maureen sent was the picture you and Maureen took. You look perfectly beautiful, Dr. Kula. Beautiful, beautiful picture.
I was hiding the little bit of extra weight I had put on.
Beautiful picture. So we're looking forward to hearing your 10-day challenge. Well, that's exciting. So thank you for sharing. Well, family, another great call. Again, Shakena Day, thank you for bringing all the information on the importance of detoxifying the body and how the vitamin sprays help in that area to keep the inflammation down in the body and give us nutrition that we need to keep a healthy lifestyle, keep a healthy body, to keep going. And all we have to do, family, is share your story, share your testimony. You're getting results. Share someone else's testimony, but I know that you have your own if you're taking the sprays. And by all means, when you start taking the sprays, continue with the sprays. You don't want to stop. You want to continue to have those good results. So get on the sprays. I know that when I started, I was doing 4 sprays 3 times a day. Okay, I'm down to my normal sprays now. I just do 4 sprays twice a day, and each one of them minus 1 that I don't take. But I continue with the sprays daily, my children as well, and my customers. I remind them monthly that, continue with your sprays to stay healthy. Pastor Joe, you have any closing remarks before we end the call for today?
Let's go get it done.
Okay, family, you hear? Let's get out there and share. Don't forget, what is today? Wednesday, payday. Join Don Joseph tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, him along with Lord Jessamine in the hall, to hear more great stories and testimonies in regards to the 10 vitamin sprays. Join the Spanish call is going to take place this morning, 9:10 a.m. Pacific. And nothing more to say, family, other than get out this phone and get out there and tell someone the great things you heard on keeping this body healthy. Keep it detoxified. Keep those sprays coming in and get those germs and free radicals going out. And share your story, family. Share your story. Know that you are loved, you are appreciated. God bless you all, and have a prosperous day on purpose.